Hi everyone. In this video, I want to talk to you about how to best use any soft tissue instrument that you are trying to use for home purposes. They're getting very popular. That's great, but a lot of people don't know the 101 on how to use them safely, much less effectively. So here I have my tried and true guasha blade. It's a handheld instrument. It's simple, but it's got everything that you need. It's got a long curved, flat, short curved, short flat, and I even have a fine tip. And it's stainless steel. So the first thing you need to know about using a soft tissue instrument is you have to use glide. You do not want to use on raw skin. You can use any oil from your kitchen. If you have a nice oily lotion, that works as well. For the sake of demonstration, I'm going to use my glide stick and I'm going to use my forearm. So I'm going to apply a little bit of a small layer of it. You don't need a whole lot. The second thing is you need to know which part of your instrument to use for what treatment area. So as a general rule, the flatter part of the blade is going to be used for areas where you have not a lot of tissues on top of a bone. So for example, the tendons right here are pretty superficial. If you are trying to get a little deeper into the meat of the forearm, you're working, for example, on your leg, on your traps, you can use the curved area. And then you're going to use either the long or the short area, depending on the size of your treatment area. Number three, and it's probably the most important thing that people don't know, you have to figure out your treatment angle. You're almost never going to use a blade perpendicular, that's too hard on tissue. You're going to be gliding in your tissue at different angles. 45 degrees is a moderate depth, so when you're trying to work a tissue a little more aggressively or a little thicker tissue, really thin tissues, you want to be really gentle on a fresh injury. You're going to be almost horizontal to the treatment area and you're going to have a lighter glide. The last thing also that's pretty important is the depth at which you're going to treat your tissue. So, more aggressively, you're going to put more pressure, obviously. In case of doubt, try starting a little bit lighter. You can always increase the treatment pressure over time. Also, when you decide the area you're going to treat, make sure you set your depth and your angle before you start treating so that you don't lose on the opportunity to treat the first inch of your treatment area. So for example, if I'm treating my wrist extensors, which get a lot of work, a lot of people on computers, I'm going to be about 45 degrees, moderate depth, and I'm going to scrape up a couple of times. You can treat in both directions, but one last little tip is the last treatment pass should always be towards the heart to bring back the debris into the general circulation. I hope this has been helpful information. Enjoy your soft tissue instruments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.